Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back. Just getting my headphones on. Okay, so yeah, Litecoin. Are you guys, does this work? Hello. I'm just making sure you guys can hear me. Oh, my chat was disabled. Sorry about that. I'll enable it now. There, the chat should be enabled now. Sorry for censoring you guys. Does that work now? Is that better? Can you guys hear me? I have no idea if this works or not, so I'm just gonna wait for someone to respond. Hey, can you guys hear me? Okay, wicked. So every time I also do a stream, I'm also gonna be trading. I entered a pretty big position for EOS here. I think it's $20,000 or something like that. I wanted to hit $1,000 today. So yeah, like honestly guys, all you gotta do, like I kid you not, okay? I wait for like a double confirmation, right? I want to show you guys how I'm about to make $300 on this trade, okay? I just looked on the 15-minute chart and I looked at the RSI right here, okay? That's it. One is not enough for me, okay? If you guys bought on the first one there, you might have been trapped because as you notice, it went up and then it went down. So what you want to wait for is a double confirmation like this. So as soon as I saw two like that, I saw it bullishly diverge. And now that I saw it bullishly diverge, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to start buying it. And now this might only seem like $100 up, right? But this is reflecting in, I don't know why it does this, okay? It reflects in a really crappy like 0.2% fee. But you know, my fees is a lot. I actually have fees on this account. It's not my main one that I'm playing on. But yeah, I mean, you just do the math, right? That's a 10-cent difference between 35 and 25. Well, if that's 10 cents and I've got 3,000 coins, well, when it closes, I'm actually going to be up $150, right? So yeah, so it's definitely going to go up. I mean, I'm right there, guys, okay? And I always put mine at 2,999.99. I keep just a tiny bit there, just so people can actually see how much is left over right now, okay? Luna, you want to say hi to everybody? I'm going to mute this for a sec. I'm going to get her really excited. I'm going to make her say hi to you guys. Give me a sec. That's a good girl, Luna. Say hi. Ow, ow! Yeah, you want to make $300? Ow, ow! That was a pretty good one. It sounded kind of sad. Oh, oh! That's a good one. Give me a long one. We don't like those freaking short ones, Luna. We talked about... Don't you yell at me! Oh, oh! Give me a really long one, Luna. Come on, give me a long one. Oh, oh! That's a pretty good one. Okay, down. Down. That's a good girl. Okay, so that's my dog, Luna. If you guys don't know, Luna is a professional trader. She has learned a lot from her dad. Okay, I'm just gonna cough really quickly. One sec. Yeah, so, you know, I'm coming up right here. It's not like I'm really a big player in the game, if you look at it, right? I mean, I've only got like 3,000 right here. I might have more than most of these guys, but if you look at the total count, right, like there's only like 9,000. So we only have to go through literally like 40,000 or 300,000 about for us to get to this high. And I think that we're gonna definitely get to it. So I'm just gonna be patient and I'll update you guys throughout the video. So let's talk about Litecoin now, right? Litecoin is freaking awesome. Now, are you guys familiar with Elliott Wave? Because I'm gonna go over Elliott Wave with you guys as well. So Elliott Wave goes something like this, right? Where we go waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we try to count these 5 waves first, and then we try to look for some sort of ABC correction where we can time. You know, Litecoin's gonna be one of my really long-term holds. Like I'm talking super long-term hold, okay? Man, I'm getting kind of nervous about this position of mine while live streaming. Maybe I should just take my profit really quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna take my profit. I'm just gonna do it right in front of you guys, actually. Let's see if anybody eats it up, okay? Let's see if anyone decides to eat up my Or am I scaring the market with my big wall? Because that's a pretty big wall compared to the next guy. I literally just stacked a 3,000 wall there, right? So let's see if people are just going to start undercutting me, or if people are actually going to start chipping at it, right? Because you don't see a guy that's stacking more than me right now, okay? Next guy is all the way over here. So I guess I'm a big player. A guy joined up with me right now, right? Let's see on the 1 minute chart if it's, oh, it's really oversold right now. Take a look. I mean, overbought right now, right? So maybe I might just tank it on the market. If I take 3,000 though, it's going to drop like a lot. I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see what happens here. Just be extremely patient, okay? The most likely thing that's going to happen to EOS is it's going to correct slightly, and then it'll make an attempt upwards, right? So I think I'm going to stick to my original position of around 36 cents right there, and I'm going to be very patient. And now let's get back to this right here for Litecoin. I'm also reading all of your questions as well, so if you guys have any questions, make sure you're asking them, all right? Okay, so Litecoin, we see an easy 5 waves, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This was kind of textbook example. Not only did it reach textbook example, but the mark also hit the 1618 fib level, right? So usually what people do is they take their Fibonacci extension from waves 1 to 2, and then they'll buy it on the breakout, right? As soon as it breaks out higher than the wave 1 territory, you buy it. And then you target at least a 1-to-1 extension for target 1, and then target 2 about a 1618 extension. So this one actually hit the perfect extensions according to pretty much everything. Hey, do you guys see did you guys see that right there? I was about to close my position, right? Check it out. I was about to close my position. Whoops, I don't know what happened there. I was about to close my position, but it ended up actually spiking just a tiny little bit instead. So let's see what'll happen. I am interested in taking profit though. I don't want to be in this trade longer than I have to be. So let's see if someone will buy it at 33.89 right here. I don't want to wait for the correction. That's the truth, you know? I don't want to wait for the correction at all. Okay, whatever. I'm happy with this. I'm going to take my profit, guys, of $168. How much will it tank to? No, that's not a good idea, you see, because it's going to drop it way much more than I wanted to. Yeah, forget it. I'm taking my profit. Bam! I'm out of the trade. That's me dumping it 2 cents. Let's see if it'll actually trigger. Oh well, $180. I'll take that. I'm out of the trade. See you, boys. So anyways, now that we have our 5 waves up, we're looking for some sort of A, B, and a C, right? An ABC is ideal. I mean, we have 5 perfect waves coming down here. I don't want to count it too thoroughly, but I counted it before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then we have a perfect ABC 3-wave structure going up like that. It could not have been any more ideal. And here, we're looking for a 5-wave structure, right? The 4th wave, I usually don't play it. So we're looking for something, I guess, something like that in here, right? But what we're looking for is the 5th wave to come down. And I want to make note something for you guys first of all, okay? Now that we've done a fairly thorough count on it, I want to make note of my long-term target for Litecoin. And no, this is not a joke, guys. I've said it many times before that my basically first target is going to be something ridiculous. You know, Litecoin's been set back right now. You guys understand the whole LitePay thing going on, right? Where they're trying to bridge the gap between, you know, Litecoin and the real world. And because it's been delayed several times right now. Is my volume not working? No, it's working. Sorry, I thought it wasn't working. So because Litecoin's been, or LitePay has been delayed a few times, that's why there's a lot of these setbacks in Litecoin. But I want you guys to know that my short-term target for Litecoin is $427 at least. And then my longer-term target is going to be about $628. That's super long-term target. Like, you know what? I'll bet my life on it that Litecoin will hit $1,000 by 2019. I'm dead serious, guys. $1,000 by 2019, all right? You guys can count on that. It's going to be one of those coins that's going to take everybody by storm. So you got to make sure that you position yourself very well coming soon. Now, I want to talk about something that's powerful, okay? This is the most powerful combination that you can ever see in trading. So please remember this. This is how I made a fortune last year on many trades, okay? So the most powerful combination that you can ever see in trading is this right here. One, you see a golden pocket right here. And second, you see an ABC that does a perfect one-to-one extension into this golden pocket zone right there. If you ever see this, you'd be silly not to enter a trade. And this has to make a perfect one-to-one extension in there. So you take your Fibonacci from A to B like that. I'll move this one a little bit higher. There you go, like that, okay? So this ABC with a one-to-one extension, not only does it do a one-to-one to right here by the wave 4 territory, but it also does a one-to-one extension into this golden pocket right there. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? Why such a quick jump for LTC? What do you mean such a big jump? That's pretty normal, man. Like, you mean how? You got to make more sense, Sam. I don't understand your question. Not really. It's not really that aggressive at all. I mean, it's a fairly basic extension. All you got to do is just take your Fibonacci tool, and you see it hit targets all the time. I mean, look at any, go to any coin and just do a basic Fibonacci extension, and you'll see that it at least hits 1-to-1 or 1618. And I think that this year, there's a lot of things happening. I don't like to talk about the fundamentals, but just based on a technical level as well, that we're likely to see waves. We're likely to see this wave, this wave, this wave, and even a fifth wave by the end of the year. That's incredibly reasonable for all 5 subwaves to form, right? So if wave 3 does a one-to-one extension like that, and then wave 4 hits slightly below here, you also take a less than one-to-one extension for here and go for the next target, and we have roughly $1,000 for Litecoin. So that's pretty easy to project in my opinion as well. Okay, so now that you guys have an idea of what a very powerful combination is, I want you guys to focus on this, okay? Check this out right here. Hold on, I just want to see what is what's the price of EOS, guys? Did I close it too soon? What if I didn't close it too soon? Let's see what it is now. 663, bitfinex 33. It's still the same price, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Okay, I made the right choice to close it, I think. All right, so check this out, guys. This is A, this is B, right? And this is C somewhere down there. Its typical target always, guys, is one-to-one extension, right? One-to-one extension from A to B. And we get this target right there, 160-ish, right? Now check this out as well. If I take my Fibonacci extension or retracement tool, what do you guys see? Come on, somebody answer what you see. What you see is a perfect one-to-one extension, right? Check it out, right here. Okay, first of all, oh, hold on, I'm not doing that right. There we go, okay? What you guys see is a 100% one-to-one extension that's exactly in line with this golden ratio right here. That is literally the perfect spot to buy right now. Like, you guys just have to wait very patiently, right? It doesn't mean you want to go all in. Don't ever forget that, okay? You don't ever buy everything in one specific position. What you want to do is buy very, very slowly, and then you can always add more onto strength. So this is going to be a very powerful level right now. Now, it doesn't mean that it's always going to get there, right? Because there are a lot of professional traders out there that may not even, it doesn't match the 4th wave. I'm not sure what you're talking about, match the 4th wave there, Info Planet. Can you be more specific and I'll try to answer it for you? So the way I'm seeing this right now is something like that, right? We see 1, 2, 3. We should see a small bump up like that. And then this one could most likely fall right into there like that. So I'll be very interested in buying Litecoin just in case smart investors come in and they say, okay, you know what, everybody sees this one-to-one extension and they all see this 1618. So what a lot of people might do that are bigger players is they'll say, you know what, because everyone sees the same thing, we're not going to let it get there. So they may completely cut us off, right? So what you might need to do, I've already answered it, Case Smith. If you weren't here for it, tough luck, my friend. If you're going to be rude like that, cut to the chase, F you, and don't even follow this channel. I've already answered it, bro. So anyways, I'm pretty rude like that. You know, you guys know that in my live streams, I'm pretty rude. If you're going to be a dick to me, Case Smith, expect me being a dick complete back, all right? So anyways, yeah, can you show again how the golden pocket, please? Yeah, definitely. So the golden pocket, if you guys don't know, usually you don't have this right here, right? You don't have the golden pocket. So when you draw your Fibonacci extension tool, double click on it like that. And then you'll see, go to an empty spot and then just put in 0.65 and then check mark it again, okay? You just check mark it like that. So the golden pocket is this tiny, tiny little zone in between 618 and 615. And that's just, it's ridiculous, guys, how when you look at it right here, how this is right now, like just look at this. It's freaking beautiful. How this one-to-one extension exactly from A, B, C right here is literally in between the 618 and the 65 Fibonacci level. 207, a good entry for long term. Honestly, it's up to you. It's up to your, you know what, no, obviously it's not a good position to be in because you're severely under right now, but I don't know what situation you're in financially, and everybody has a different tolerance to pain, right? And it also depends on what kind of trader you are. So if you're a very short-term trader, definitely it's not a good position to be in. But if you're in an extremely long-term hold, well, you know, people always make that joke that you're not into a loss until you've actually cut your losses and sold your position, right? So it's really up to you guys how long you want to hold for. Everyone has a very different opinion in what's a good long term to hold, right? So anyways, I'm hoping to ladder my position from right here, 170 and under, and I'll be buying it all the way to 160. I might even start buying it a little bit earlier than that, like around the 175 range, right? So something like that would be nice. So let's say I were to buy a few times at, you know, one all the way down. Let's just see if I can get my sell up here. So let's say I were to buy at 172.5, then 170, then 167.5. Oops. 167.5, 165, and where did it all the way get up to? Let's say 162.50 as well, right? So let's just say you ended up buying 25 Litecoin, 25, 50, 50. Actually, I'll use smaller numbers. 25, 20. Let's just say 50 and 50 now. Okay, this makes more sense. So let's just say as it keeps going down and down and down and down, you would average your buys out now, right? And if you exponentially increase the amount that you buy as it comes down, you would now be in a position for your entry price would be pretty much that, right? Now you would have 140 coins total, right? Now where would your target be? Now you guys have to make sure that you're responsible for adding more onto your position. If you add more onto your position, onto strength, that's the best thing to do, right? So the time to add more would be when it gets a higher low than it, right? So let's say it surpasses this point right here, then you have to make note of the relevant support and resistance areas. So the next resistance would be around this region there. So when it goes up and it breaks it by a lot, you might want to consider adding more. And then wherever the wave 4 territory is as well, that's where you want to add more as well. Then every time it breaks key areas, that's where you're adding more to your position, more to your position, more to your position, more to your position. And that's how a good player would actually end up laddering their buys. Can we download a CSV file like the one you use? I don't think I want to share my Excel, to be honest. I'm kind of, it's kind of like my baby. So I don't think I'm going to share it, guys. I'm sorry. You can have anything else, just not my Excel file, because it's very precious to me. Phil, where is the 5-wave correction of Bitcoin from? I think I'll follow that. I think I'll answer that in a Bitcoin video, not a Litecoin video. Yeah, so I'll save. I went to University of Manitoba, University of Winnipeg, and Red River College in Manitoba. I went to school for 7 years. It's not fun school, but I'm glad that I went. You know, I'm super glad that I went because it taught me a lot of skills, put it that way. So now where's the next target, guys? How do we derive targets, okay? We derive targets by taking fib extensions. Taking fib extension from waves 1 is up there, 2 finishes here. And there's different ways to derive your targets. So my first target will be right here, guys, 304. Like roughly based on this particular wave right here. And then the next target would be roughly pretty high actually. So let's say that you guys got in yourselves a position right around here, and your first target we'll say is about 310, okay? Is 310. So your first target would be 310, and your second one is 398. 398. Your stop loss would be roughly lower than these regions here. I'd probably say around even 160. Nah, too low. 155, or sorry, too high, 150-ish, right? So now you got yourself a really good risk to reward. I mean, you got yourself a risk to reward of 15 to 1, okay? That is probably some of the sickest risk to rewards that I've ever seen before. So your entry price is roughly 165, right? This is not a $23,000 position. Your maximum loss is 9%. It's in a lot of my when I say extensions, I'm talking about Fibonacci extensions and Fibonacci retracements. You can go to my YouTube playlist and just check out the Fibonacci extension and retracement videos. They cover it in fairly high detail. Absolutely, absolutely, Halbu. Nailed it, man, right on. Every time it passes critical resistance points, you would end up raising your stop loss to the point where you're guaranteed to be in profit. So here, like, you know, you can lose up to $2,000, which is only 10% of a big position, but your maximum profit is gigantic. Your maximum profit could be up to 87.44%. So you can almost double your position size. And then if you stick to target 2, right, what you want to do is you want to take some of your profit, guarantee some of your profit, okay, at target 1. And then at target 2, like on the dip after target 1, so let's say it does something like this, okay? Let's say it does something like 1, and then 2, and then it goes up to here. You take some of your profit up there when your target's hit, and then the next correction, you'll start laddering your buys again. You'll start laddering your buys very slowly, like that, just because you never know where the bottom is, right? But the point is, you bought it cheaper than where you took your profit, and you minimize your risk, and you minimize your exposure in the market as well. And then now you're shooting for your target too. So that's how I would recommend playing Litecoin. It's probably going to be one of the most profitable coins for a longer term hold, and just based on the symmetry of how everything is going. Based on the symmetry of wave 1, 2, 3, 4, like we could be looking, guys, like honestly, we could be looking at this particular target like by May. So don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to buy right now, guys. Don't get me wrong at all. Like, patience is going to be a virtue, right? My target is roughly about $160, and under $170 and under, that's where I'll start buying, just like in my Excel over there. And then now you got yourself a really good risk to reward. Can an X be a triangle? I'm not sure what you're referring to. An X be a triangle? Yeah, I have no idea what you're referring to, my friend. What happens if the coin rises when you're halfway laddering your buys? Well, I mentioned that earlier, right? That sometimes it may not always fall down to the lower support regions so you can ladder your buys. So the best thing to do is to buy it after it breaks key and relevant points. So that's for you to decide where the resistance is. For example, that's one resistance. If it breaks 182, right, after the 5th wave is done, I'll buy it again. If it breaks wave 1 territory, I'll add more. And then wave 2, I'll add more. B, I'll add more. 1, I'll add more. So it's really important to understand where the critical resistances and supports are. This way it allows us to actually add more into strength. No, I don't, Carol. It's not available for download anywhere. I'm not sharing my Excel. My apologies, guys. I spent a lot of time working on my Excel, and I've shared it so much in the past before that now it's like, yeah, I just don't feel like sharing it. People can create their own, right? It's not hard to create an Excel. Do you recommend shorting for wave 5 or too risky? No, I don't recommend shorting for wave 5. Playing the wave 5 is really, really risky in my opinion, because we have to remember that wave 5 is the most uncommon wave, right? And a lot of people actually don't play the wave 5 going up, and they also don't short the wave 5 going down. Okay, so the reason for that is because wave 5 can fall very short. Okay, wave 5 has a lot of characteristics. Let me show you guys it. Wave 5 is really odd. Wave 5 could become truncated where it doesn't even fall close to the territory of wave 3. Okay, wave 5 could create a double bottom as well, right? Wave 5 can do a normal zigzag, or wave 5 can be extended. So because of these 4 characteristics, a lot of people don't like to play wave 5. But what they do instead is they short wave 3, okay? Because if waves 1 and 2 form, 1 and 2, people will never short it right there, or barely. The professionals don't short at the top. What they do is they wait for it to break wave 1 territory, and then boom, then you enter a trade. Just like how if you guys are ever, okay, let's say you guys are sitting there and you missed a breakout and now you just feel bad about life. You're like, oh no, I missed a breakout. This is what you guys do. Remember this tip for the rest of your life. This is how I play breakouts. I don't care about this wave right there. Wave 1, I don't care about it, okay? You guys just wait for waves 1 to form and then waves 2 to form. And then as soon as waves 1 forms and you confirmed it's a top, just sit there and wait. Just sit there and wait patiently and don't do anything until this breaks, okay? You just wait, guys. Wait super freaking patiently. Don't even buy on wave 2 at bottom here. You could if you want to. Excuse me. You could buy if you want to. But a lot of players like myself and my friends, we wait until the wave 2 or the wave 3 breaks, okay? And as soon as this breaks right here, guys, that is where you buy. You buy right there. Right there, okay? You buy on the breakout because the wave 3 always makes 5 impulse waves, okay guys? Always, no matter what. Wave 5 always makes 5 impulse waves up, and that's where you buy. And then after you have confirmed a breakout, you take your Fibonacci like this, okay? And you target either 100 or 1618. Up to you guys. I target 100. And that's how you guys play. Well, you want to ladder your buys, Carol, because there's something called dollar cost averaging, okay? Dollar cost averaging. And dollar cost averaging is a very important and vital skill as a trader. Last thing you want to do is buy it from one specific position. If you buy from one specific position, you screw yourself over, because you cannot control if it goes any lower or not. You're basically risking yourself from one specific position, and that's bad. What if it keeps going lower, right? You're screwed. So what you want to do is you want to keep buying it slowly as it goes down, and that's called micro buying. And you want to do this because you're averaging out the cost of your buy, and you're also not guessing when the bottom is. When you buy in one specific position, you're literally guessing that it's going to bounce from there. So it's always better to buy in small amounts because you will never ever catch the bottom. There's a lot of good books I like for Elliott Wave. I mean, there's this book is probably the best one because it's complicated, okay? Like the visual guide right here, it's really complicated, but it comes with a lot of different pictures, and it's one of the more current ones. So that's probably my favorite one, I guess. Yeah. So I think I've covered everything for Litecoin right now. That my target stands, guys. My target stands for target 1, roughly $310, and then target 2, roughly $400. And I'm gonna be looking to buy. You know, it might not even get to the 170 region. Don't get me wrong. but we're playing the game of odds here, right? We're seeing 1618, or sorry, the 100 extension meet right around the golden pocket range, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I'm sorry, Miguel. I can't really recommend things like that, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I don't give financial advice, but I'm here to answer very general questions. The thing about asking other people, guys, is what should I do about my position is this. You got to understand that it's your money, right? It's your money, it's your risk, and it's your choice. Not only that, you're putting the guy at a very uncomfortable situation because he doesn't want to be wrong, right? Okay, well, thank you very much. Someone just tipped me $5. I appreciate it, Jake. Again, if you're going to buy Luna some tequila, may as well buy yourself a beer while you're at it. Keep doing these live streams, mate. Love your style. Okay, Jake, gladly. I definitely plan to do a lot more, and I will get my dog completely smashed tonight. Luna, you want to get smashed tonight? You want to get smashed? Yeah, you want some marijuana with that too? No, we're not going for heroin today. We're not going for heroin, Luna. It's not good. Sorry, guys. She's seeing a bunch of really weird stuff right now, so yeah. You know, Adam, it's not really possible to talk about a 6K scenario yet until we actually get there, okay? We can't talk about 6K because we don't really have valid proof yet. I mean, you guys need to understand this about Bitcoin right now, okay? You guys, I want to show you guys something about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, you guys will get a direction for Bitcoin right away. We have a double top and we kind of have a double bottom for Bitcoin, okay? So we need to acknowledge what's going on. It's kind of a crappy situation, right? Think about it. This is a double top for Bitcoin and this is a double bottom for Bitcoin. One of them is going to break. If this one breaks, we'll know very quickly where the market is going to go. If we go on a 12-hour chart, for example, we see it pretty clearly as well, right? Right here, a double bottom for Bitcoin and a double top for Bitcoin. Now the question is this going to hold? So this needs to hold right here. Oh, this is NEO. WTF! That's not Bitcoin. I was wondering why it was so weird. Yeah, here we go. This is better. Here's the double top for Bitcoin. And here's a double bottom for Bitcoin as well, right? So you guys know how easy it was to play Bitcoin? A lot of my friends pointed out I was completely passed out. One, you draw your support right there that was a major resistance before, and then two, you take the previous swing low right here, and cool, it created an apex right there in this area. So one of two things is going to happen for Bitcoin. It's either going to break down from here, break down with conviction, or it's going to break up and everybody's going to be watching that for a while. So yeah, so next question. Are you guys okay with the Litecoin technical analysis? Is there anything else I can try to answer for you guys? I just want to be very thorough before I take a lot more questions. No, I'm done with the Molly. I only do that like once or twice a year. That's awesome. Really happy to hear that, Ribsport. Greetings from Canada. Sam, it takes a lot of practice, right? You just gotta read that visual guidebook and you just gotta go to every single chart and keep practicing. Don't ever practice in the moment. Like when you're trying to chart it in the moment, try to reflect back in the past and see what has happened already and then practice that way. And once you look at the charts enough, you're definitely gonna get it, man. I'm only gonna stick to one chart at a time. I'm not gonna really jump to a lot of back and forth to a lot of different charts because I feel it wouldn't be fair to people, right? If I go to like, you know, one chart, but I don't go to another chart as well. No, I haven't read that one yet before, Trading in the Zone. I haven't read a book in a long time. Now, I find that everything now is just trial and error, you know? You just put everything on there, trial and error. Yeah, 5K is completely off the table right now. I don't like to predict really long-term Bitcoin predictions because I find that we have to be a more reactive trader rather than a predictive trader. That's why a lot of good traders that you see, for example, like Tony Vase, right? He'll only predict 1 day at a time rather than even predicting a week at a time. So I find that you're kind of going to put your foot in your mouth if you try to predict things much further than you need to, because it changes so fast, right? We have to acknowledge the fact that there are a lot of other players in the game, and when there are other players in the game, what we see today, some player might play against us entirely. Do you F up trades sometimes? What is your way to get out of your mind if it happens? Well, yeah, you can definitely screw up trades, but before you can screw up go into a trade, you have to know why you went into a trade, right? And you have to do the research. Imagine going into a trade like a test, okay? It's a test for university or college. And before you go into this test, you've got to study and you have to know what to expect and what the outcome can be. So myself, it's hard for me to screw up on a trade now where, for example, I might gotten something to account for. Every time I go into a trade, I've always got a risk to reward setup well into advance. For example, this one, I've studied it for a few days already now. I'm ready to make this trade. I'm ready to keep my stop loss around $140 to $150 or so, okay? $150 to take a 6% loss roughly. I'm ready to target up to 100% gain with a stupid risk to reward ratio of 14.41. So it's hard to screw up on a trade, but what can happen is you get stopped out. That's the only way you really screw up. You just get stopped out. That's kind of it. What are your thoughts on RSI and Litecoin? Okay, let's take a look at the Litecoin RSI. I see that the 12-hour chart still has a ways to go, right? I see this key region right here on RSI as support, and we haven't really hit this support zone yet, right? That's why I do believe we're still going to downtrend a little bit more on, say, the 12-hour chart. Now, on the daily chart, I do believe we're going to level off around 40. 40 would be a really good number. Maybe we'll end up finding RSI support right around this region. Maybe even a little bit lower, perhaps over here. So RSI support right now, I do see it down ticking, absolutely. I see it also ticking down negatively in the histogram, but we've got some really well-defined targets right now that I think, and I'm fairly sure it's going to bounce off of. See right here, the daily chart still has a ways to go, but if we look at the 6-hour chart, right, it's only made one actual touch in terms of a bounce. I do believe it's going to go up for its wave 4 and then make another touch somewhere for the wave 5. And then once we get a bullish confirmation, absolutely. Bernardo, I'm kind of taken. You're going to have to ask Val, okay? I don't think I can have children with anyone. Let me ask Val right here, okay? I'll ask Val if she's cool. Val, someone wants to have babies with me. Am I allowed to have babies with him? Here, I asked, you guys are gonna have to see what Val says. I mean, I asked her, Val, if someone wants to have babies with me, am I allowed to have babies with him? I don't know if she's up right now. It's yeah, she should be up. I'll let you know, Bernardo, the answer in just a few minutes, okay? Yeah. Can you talk faster? I'm sorry, Nicholas, I'm not on any Molly right now, so I'm talking at a fairly normal, steady rate. Do you also plan ahead? For scalping? No, I don't plan ahead. Look at this, guys. This dictates my... You guys saw me make literally $850 today in front of you guys, right? In the 3 live streams that I made. You guys know how I did it? I just set up RSI alerts. That's it. I just set up RSI alerts for 5-minute charts. And I literally just sit here all day scratching my balls and watching movies. And I play with my dog, Luna. Literally. I just watch movies all day, guys, and I make a few videos here and there. No, never do that, Vardy. It's not, never ever do that while trading. You got to keep a clean mind and a clean body when you're trading. If money is a priority, why would you want to spend more money to trade? It doesn't help in any way, Vardy. No substance whatsoever while you're trading. If you want to take your trading next to the level, you got to keep it serious, okay? I'm 33 years old, Peter Pham. 33, never will I live to see 34. The way things are going, I don't know. So anyways, so this is what I recommend you guys do. make your RSI alerts, okay? You guys, it's in tutorial number 24 if you guys haven't seen it, okay? Just go to any of my old Steemit posts. Steemit, too soon, baby! I don't know what to do without you, baby. I miss you. Come back, Numa. So it's like number 24 right here, right? Customize RSI alerts, where I talk about stuff like that, okay? So you guys can actually set up all these alerts and you just chill. So what my RSI alerts do is they tell me if it's reaching a specific point. So for example, I follow, I think 8 coins. Even if they're not on my trading view, they all pop up. So it pops up, it just makes that little bell that you guys see popping up here if the RSI is too low or high. So for example, look at this one, right? Look at right here, guys. You see my RSI alerts right here, right? Right here where my mouse is. RSI alerts me when it's under 30. RSI alerts me when it's over 70. And I literally just sit here and I just chat or watch movies and I just short it or go long. That's kind of it. You guys know what my favorite tool in the world is? Like, you guys make sure you have to learn this tool, okay? If you guys don't know it, this tool is called Fibonacci. Like, the Fibonacci tool is the most important skill that you guys have to learn about, okay? So make sure you guys spend a lot of time learning about that as well. So I think I'm gonna call it like that now, guys. It's been about 45 minutes. Or do you guys think 45 minutes is reasonable? 30 minutes, or should I keep it to an hour? Like for question and answers, because I wanna. Do you watch on candle formations when entering a trade? Good question, Halbu. So Halbu asked, do you watch candle formations before entering a trade? So think of it like this, guys. Think of it like you're an Asian ninja, okay? If you guys are not Asian, I feel sorry for you because you guys might not understand this, okay? But if you're Asian, you'll completely understand how about being a ninja. So a ninja has a lot of different skills, okay? You know, ninjas, they got lots of skills up their sleeves, you know? And then it's like trading as well. Traders have a lot of different skills. They'll have candlestick formations, Fibonacci, you know, Elliott Wave, whatever, right? Level 2 order book, indicators, RSI, whatever. So it's up to us to develop these tools and these skills. So once you get really good at a specific skill, you'll learn over time how to use different ones that work best, that give you confirmation. And what you want to eventually do is get something called Confluence. What Confluence is to have lots of different indicators match up to give you a better of a reason to enter a trade. Because you don't ever want to enter a trade blindly. You want to enter a trade with more of a reason that it's going to go your way rather than the other way. So yeah, I definitely look at, hey, how's it going, Chita? So you want to use things like candle formations as well, right, to enter a trade, okay? So when you enter a trade, you want to use candle formations as sometimes as confirmation, but some other times you might use other type of indicators to give you a better grasp on you know, to look for earlier signals. Like in my previous video, I was talking about looking at MACD crossovers, right? But then I also started guys, it's Trade Devil! It's Trade Devil! Oh my god! He's my idol! Oh my god, I love you, Trade Devil! Sorry, I get really... If you guys don't follow that person, can you guys please follow him on YouTube, Trade Devil? Trade Devil, he just said hi. Scroll up, guys. He said hi to me. Oh my god, I'm so excited. This guy right here. This guy right here is Trade Devil. Go to his profile, Trade Devil. Please go follow him, okay? His Elliott Waves makes me look like a little baby. I feel like a little baby and I want him to cradle me because he's like my Elliott Wave daddy. I'm not kidding. I feel like his name is Sam. Sam's the man. I feel like I'm a baby and he's my, you know, he's like grandpa, you know? He knows what he's talking about. He's the only other Elliott Wave analyst that I've ever seen in my life where I just feel like an idiot. In a very good way. Makes me feel like a complete idiot, and he's just such a good trader, you know? He's such a good trader. He's like the god. He's his god wave. He has his own wave called God Wave. And it's just crazy how good he is. You guys should follow him on Twitter. You guys should follow him on YouTube as well, okay? I just wanted to give a live shout out to him. Anyways, he's an awesome trader. I think I'm going to call it at 50 minutes, guys. My dog is getting really hungry right now, and she wants to go outside. I'm really glad that I got Luna in this video as well. So did you guys have any other questions that I can try to answer? Val said, I don't think she said yes. Sorry Bernardo. I don't think my girl's gonna let me have babies with you. She's not really happy right now. Do you ever violate your planned stop loss? Really rare. Really rare do I ever violate my stop loss. Sometimes in a blue moon, when I'm being irrational, I might buy a lot more near my stop loss if I really do feel that it'll bounce. But 99% of the time, I'll stick to my stop loss because it's very important that we stick to our plan, right? Being a successful trader, or a good one in general, involves you being disciplined. If you are not a disciplined trader, how can you be consistent over time? So you have to make sure that you're having a very strong and strict emotional discipline always. Isn't Bitcoin controlling what these other coins are going to do? Absolutely, George. Bitcoin, just to give you an example, right? Bitcoin started correcting on December 17, right? We're not going to deny that Bitcoin started correcting on December 17, right? And it went down. But we can't always say that Bitcoin controls everything that every coin does, right? If Bitcoin corrected on December 17, which was right here, why did Ripple start to skyrocket? Right? Why did EOS start to skyrocket as well, right? So take a look right here. This is December 17. But yeah, sometimes Bitcoin will drag every coin down with it. But we also have to understand that there are a lot of coins that go against the trend of Bitcoin. And I just named two specifically for you right here, right? Do you have a long-term retirement coin? Honestly, Shinpin, I'm 33 years old and I'm officially, I guess you can say, retired. I'm not really looking to work anymore. I'm just doing this whole shindig for fun now. I've only traded crypto for 3 years, but it's enough to sustain me for the rest of my life, I guess. And I apologize. I don't mean that to be cocky or anything, but that's a fact, you know? I'll never have to work as a mathematician or an engineer anymore. I've been trading, like, I hit it big with Ethereum, as you guys know. I was trading Omise Go, like XRP, IOTA, EOS for a long time, like since they were under, you know, XRP like 22 cents, and IOTA, I called that thing since it was like 30 cents, and yeah, and you know, I've been trading a lot of coins, so I don't really have a retirement portfolio. I'm just kind of screwing around now. Like, everything is paid for. I've had my own condo and everything. I have no debt, so long-term portfolio, probably not. Sorry if that was kind of weird the way I answered it. Maybe I've had too much coffee. We'll find out this year, Hero. Canada's like the first country where what is it called? They're having those like ETFs, and all the exchanges in Canada, they're now keeping like your Equifax, which is, you know, your tax records. So when I convert from crypto to fiat, is from CoinSquare or Quadriga, we'll see how much I'm taxed this year. I'm kind of excited to see. No, I don't think Bitcoin will always be number one, to be quite honest. I see Bitcoin as like, but then again, I'm not a fundamental analyst, so I shouldn't answer these kinds of questions, right? It should be saved for people like Box Mining or Tony Vase, who have experience in that industry. But no, I don't think Bitcoin will always be number one. I just think that it set the precedent for what can happen, and eventually something better will come along to replace it. Yes, I still see Bitcoin hitting 35,000 this year. Why bitfinex? It's got the nicest user interface. A lot of my friends trade there as well, and I also enjoy their shorting features and security features as well. I'm also a big fan of how they implement TradingView into their charts as well. No, I haven't taken a look at any of those coins, Interest 012, because I'm only interested in like the top 10 coins, put it that way. Bitcoin? Well, I don't know if Bitcoin's gonna fall. I find hard support right now at the 3,500 range, right? Or sorry, 9,500 range. Until it breaks this channel one way or the other, I mean, until it breaks lower than here or higher than there, I might see it as range bound, but that's still a really good trading range. Volume's dying off of Bitcoin. 8K? No idea. You guys should also try to get in the mindset of focusing on Bitcoin one day at a time, unless you see a very good swing position available. Right now, I don't really see many good risk to reward setups. I mean, people are probably accumulating here to shoot for maybe there, right? So this could be a decent risk to reward. I do see a lot of long wicks, but at the same time, we might make another touch here at around 9,500. That's why I'm not in any single position right now as well. Literally, Faculty of Mathematics. I enjoyed like combinatorics, you know, stuff like that the most. Combinations, number theory, differential equations. I use USDT, that's right. I trade in Tether. I've got no issues whatsoever trading in Tether. If you guys have an issue in Tether, you should not be trading at all, honestly. You have to assume the risk with Tether that whatever money you have in crypto, it's not regulated, and there's always going to be that risk of losing something. That's why you guys should always be aware of the risk. If you guys are not prepared for the risk, you shouldn't be in crypto to begin with, right? Tony Vase is a very respected man, okay? But you got to keep in mind, he's a maximalist, right? And everything is a scam coin as well to him, so... My favorite coin under $1 is SIA coin, S-I-A, or SIA. I hold a lot of coins of that on I'm starting with very low capital, slowly adding more than 500 at the moment. Do you recommend trading smaller coins? Like guys, I created this. You can trade whatever you want, regardless of how much money you have. Just find a system that works first, okay? I mean, I've got a lot of. I made this just for you guys. If you guys don't know, right? I had a $2,000 account. This one right here, guys, $2,000 account, right? And I turned into $3,300 in literally 4 days. So if you have $600 interest, heck, you can add 50% to that too in 4 days and just keep going and going and going. And there's like a full 6-hour video on it that you guys can follow. And it doesn't really matter what coin you guys trade. Money is money, okay? Money is honestly money. Just stick to really good risk to reward setups. Stick to low risk, high reward setups. And your job as a trader, whether it's swinging or day trading, is to make sure you evaluate those odds and you play the game of probability. I never even looked at VIA coin yet. I can't say I know. Do you wish you started crypto at 20? No, I'm glad that I went to school, okay? I'm super glad I went to school because it gave me the set of skills that I have now. It gave me the set of skills of being able to deduce and logically think, right? So I'm glad that I went to school. I don't regret anything in life. Can't regret anything that you've gone through, because you always have to remember that everything that you have gone through in your life, it got you to this moment today, to where you are. You can trade, if you can't trade on bitfinex, I might recommend Poloniex. I might recommend Bittrex. I might recommend Binance as well. Well, linear, right? Linear is really good for day traders and swing traders. But if you're looking at on the daily chart, for example, or a weekly chart, you definitely want to use log because of the way it compresses it, right? So you want to use log for that, definitely. So that's a way better representation, okay? So don't use linear for really high time frames like weekly. You want to use log, but anything, you know, on a daily even, yeah, linear is fine. So just take off that log. That's cool like that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it, guys. In like 2 minutes. Do you recommend trading versus USD if possible? Sure. Definitely, I recommend trading versus USD. If you guys are comfortable with, you know, the risk with Tether, I personally don't really, I'm jaded. Like, I don't care about the risk whatsoever, in my personal opinion. The risk, I'm completely blacked out to the risk involved in crypto. I only keep money online that I know I can lose. You guys saw me lose 4K in my hack to Steam it and on my Bitfinex account. I'm like, okay, whatever, I lost $4,000, right? It's not because I've got millions or whatever or anything like that, you know? It's not, you know, because I've got billions of dollars. It's just because I've already come to terms to accept that I could lose money online, and I'm not going to be stressed out about it. So long as you guys are cool with losing money, if something ever happened, go nuts. Trade with Tether like how I do it. I've never traded Forex. It's too slow interest. It's just too boring. I'm reckless because I'm just reckless in real life. You know, sometimes I get really bored. I've made my fortune already. Why not just do Molly once in a while too and just do live stream? Probably gonna do that again for you guys in like 3 weeks, and then we're gonna have a lot of fun together, okay? I'm sure you guys have noticed I'm a completely different person when I'm trying to be professional and when I'm actually, you know, when I go a little bit overboard, put it that way. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here, guys. I think 1 hour is a pretty long time to stream already. So I wanted to thank you guys for coming out here. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have given me. And my ultimate goal is to always help you guys down the road so you can become successful traders, okay? So have yourselves a great day, guys. This will be my last video for the day. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll keep you guys updated with Litecoin since I do plan for it to be one of my larger plays for the month. So take it easy, guys. Bye now.